Hello everybody and welcome back to StarCraft 2, where we've got some Solarite to allocate. So let's do this. Okay, so we've got 15 total Solarite right now. That said, I do kinda want to go back to deploy Pylon. Take off some of our construction time, and that allows us to go to Solar Lance instead of Orbital Strike. Now, Orbital Strike does 250 damage, double that versus Armored, so 500 versus Armored, whereas the Solar Lance will do a total of 600, Armored or Unarmored. So this is definitely just better. So we're going to go ahead and grab the Solar Lance, for sure. And then we're going to talk to Karax.
Look here. My projections place it at...
Hang on, I'm going to start that over because I accidentally skipped through part of it while trying to tab out so that we could have frame rate.
Look here, Hierarch. This material self-regenerates. It is no wonder the research of the Terrans claimed it to be from a recent epoch. My projections place it at several billion years old, if not more.
Zeratul vision said that this keystone can guide us unto hope. What do you think it means?
Yes, guide us. It is a code wanting to be cracked. The keystone seems to be able to manipulate energies, but that may not be its sole purpose. I believe it stores its origin point within.
Its origin point?
Yes, I promise you. I will find out how this will lead us to the Zelnaga.
Redouble your efforts, Karax. There is little time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty important, actually. I definitely think we should be doing that. Okay, let's head to the War Council then. And let's do our assignment here.
Robotic assault units can now be added to our army, Hierarch.
Excellent. So we can have Immortals or Annihilators right now. So Immortals is what we had before with the damage barrier. Which that does auto-cast, which is nice. Annihilators, on the other hand, they deal heavy damage to enemy ground or air units, and deal bonus damage to armored units. So essentially, we can have tougher Immortals, or we can have Immortals that can attack ground and air. My question is, mobility aside, if you have Immortals that can attack air units, what's the purpose of bringing Stalkers? Well, Stalkers are a bit cheaper, they're definitely more mobile, and they also tend to come out a little quicker via warp gates. You don't have to build them at robotics facilities. But this is really tempting to go for air unit destruction with Immortals. That would allow us to mass Immortal if we were going against armored units fairly regularly, which going against like mechanized Terrans, like this would have been ideal for the last mission. Absolutely ideal. As it is, we might be better off with Immortals, but I think we're going to go for Annihilators. Okay, let's head up to the bridge.
Hey there, your Royalness? Man, this is weird. I've never talked to no Protoss before. Hey.
If I have learned one thing from your commander Raynor, it is that we are not so different, Rory Swan. Continue your report.
Right. So, the artifact, the keystone thingy's all yours. We're in the middle of transmitting all our data to your engineer.
You have my thanks. Please relay my appreciation to Commander Raynor.
Hey, you got it, Skippy.
Skippy?
No, that's just the way it is now, Atraitus. You are now Skippy. Okay, so we can warp travel, and the question is, where do we want to go? So we can go to Shakuras, and presumably get the Dark Templar, or we can go to Glacius. What do we get here?
Zeratul, old friend. I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation. And yet, faith alone will not defeat Amon. As Hierarch, I was made aware of a location where our Kalai scientists experimented on new weaponry in secret. Within the Glacius facility, the Purifier program has been reborn. We must recover this immensely powerful technology.
Okay, so, I mean, we get sentries, not purifiers. But Shakuras is to give us DTs, right?
The Nerazim of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala. Because of this, they are now the last free Protoss. I must reach them before Amon's armies.
Very expensive and attacks slowly, huh? What I'm thinking right now, for the Kadaran monolith, we don't know exactly what size it is, we don't know how expensive it's going to be, but so we've got our 9-point structure, right, where we've got our pylon right here in the center. In the back, we've got our shield battery, and then we've got surrounding it 7 cannons. What I'm thinking right now is, what if those back 2 were Kadaran monoliths, since they apparently have superior range? That may make those back 2 cannons a little more useful. I just don't know how much they're gonna cost and how slowly they attack. DTs would be, kinda useful. I don't really like using DTs that much, but I don't know. We had Shakuras unlocked first. Maybe we should go ahead and do that.
Is overrun. Loss of life is extensive. Hold. We are receiving a transmission.
Praise the gods. Artanis, you live.
Matriarch Vorazun, what has happened here?
Shakuras has fallen. The warp gate linking this world to Ire has been reopened. Countless hybrid and Zerg pour from the other side. They've obliterated our cities, decimated our Shadow Guard. We are trying to evacuate the remaining population, but I am uncertain whether we can hold long enough to get them safely away.
We will give you the time you need, Matriarch. My Templar are inbound.
They only decimated the Shadow Guard? 1 in 10? That doesn't sound so bad. Oh, okay, so they're not that inbound. Hang on. Okay, there the frame rate's dropping. I was gonna say, is it working here at Shakuras? But no. No, it's working better. It's capturing at like 45 FPS. And then when I tab out, I suspect it's gonna, right on back to 60. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and do the rounds and see what we can talk to people about quickly.
My Dark Templar were tracking your invasion on Ire when we were cut off. Then the warp gate opened. What happened, Artanis?
Amon used the Kala to seize control of the Templar. I could feel his rage tearing through me, and I was powerless against it. Zeratul found me. It was there that he...
Yes?
He tried to free me. And he succeeded, at the cost of his own life. He fell by my hand.
It was Amon's deed, not yours.
Zeratul came to me with a warning, but I did not act. Because of this, he is now gone, and the stars burn dimmer for his loss. Amon's deed or not, I carry a burden, Matriarch. One that cannot be easily lifted.
I'm sure you do. Okay, is there anyone else who needs to talk? Oh, Rohana does, actually.
All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver.
First you consort with those Terrans, and now the Fallen Ones? It is heresy. You must know this.
The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the Aeon of Strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, it's not really an easy thing to have your enemies suddenly be your allies. Anything in the solar core?
Solar output is stable, Hierarch.
That's nice.
I've been trying to isolate the major population centers in need of evacuation. The Zerg signatures far outnumber those of the Protoss, but most of the survivors seem to have gathered within Talametros.
There must be Nerazine phase-smiths you know among them. Those who stayed behind.
I am not seeing any Protoss life signs from within the engineering base, Hierarch.
Then they have met their fate.
Or perhaps they fought their way to safety. The Dark Templar do not follow our caste system. Some of their phase-smiths are trained warriors, skilled as any of ours.
That does give them an advantage I had not realized. But then, our people are very different.
Of course, Hierarch.
Oh, Karex wants to become a warrior. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay. Well, let's see what this mission is.
The Zerg infestation is overtaking Talametros. Our evacuation is already in great peril. Your aid cannot come soon enough, Hierarch.
Okay, so I'm assuming we want to shut down the warp conduit, or just hold them off long enough for the evacuation. We do get Dark Templars out of this. And without letting... Oh, we're defending the warp conduit? Okay. I guess we're going through it to Ire? But why would we do that? I don't know. We'll find out. It might make more sense here in a little bit. Free all Protoss launch bays before the last Void Thrasher appears. Okay. Well, we probably won't do that. I am interested in this 25 Solarite, though, and we're going to have to move pretty quickly, I suspect, for that to actually work. So we're going to need to get a Forge ASAP, and start cranking out the DTs for sure. We may need... Well, we didn't... In the units up here, we saw Hydras and Zerglings, right? We didn't see any Mutalisks or Guardians or anything like that, so... Maybe we won't be against flying units, but we probably will.
Shakuras teams with Amon's Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Talametros, and even that is in peril. We must evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
Okay, let's get ourselves some probes.
You have not enough minerals.
We don't have... How many minerals do we have? Oh, that's pretty low, actually.
We will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
Okay, so we do have a Dark Shrine here. That's nice. Now, I did see... Okay, come on. Come on up here.
You have not enough minerals.
There we go. Okay. Now, I did see that these Kadaran monoliths up here, they are a bit bigger. Oh, hello.
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. A Void Thrasher.
Oh, how rude.
By the gods, it's sieging the warp conduit.
Warriors, we must slay it before it destroys the conduit. Strike as one, Templar.
Sure. But, do we have the troops for that? Oh, actually, our DTs... If it's not a detector, it isn't. Our DTs can kill it. Oh. Okay, it tried to shoot at them a bit there. But I think we got this under control. Does Warp Conduit have shields? No, it doesn't. Okay. We're gonna need a pretty good-sized army of DTs for sure. Okay.
The Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
Yeah, that's certainly true. We can deploy a pylon as well. I actually forgot about that. Okay, let's put out a couple of cannons over here. Actually, just the one for now, and then you can go back to mining, because we desperately need more minerals. And we should start working on upgrades soon enough. We do want Dark Templars, but we don't have any gas income right now. Let's go ahead and do this. You can get an assimilator and then go back to mining. Okay. So we need to release these bays. This is a pretty small map, honestly. At least so far. Now, I want to upgrade our ground weapons, because I'm not anticipating our DTs having much in terms of... in terms of opposition. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm going to go ahead and shift over these probes, and we're going to continue with the probe production for right now. And then our warp gates...
Our defenses. The Zerg are moving to attack our nexus point.
Yeah, that tends to happen. What is this, roaches? Lol. Don't care about roaches. Okay. Easy. Yes, indeed. Of course we require additional Vespene gas. The next thing I'm going to go for is probably going to be shields. We do have full-on gas income here. I don't think we need to build a huge number of cannons, like we have done in some previous missions. Like, realistically, a couple of cannons will probably be sufficient. And we've also got this solar lance to keep in mind. How much gas is a DT? 125? Okay. We'll have that shortly. There we go. Then I'm going to go ahead and send these DTs out up over this way and see what we can find. Maybe knock back the creep a little bit. And in the meantime, we're probably going to go ahead and queue up ground armor level 1. Hello.
These vaults hold the solarite reserves that power Telemetros. You may claim them with our blessing, Hierarch.
Okay.
A second Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
Kill this. Get in here, guys. Get in here. Take out their detector. There you go. Now we can go ahead and... Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty neat. I'm gonna do that, and that. Okay. Go kill that Thrasher. Now, we're gonna need additional DTs. As quick as we can. This guy will die relatively soon-ish. Okay, there we go.
The Thrasher has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays.
Yeah, I'm well aware. But we also need additional gateways. At least 2 more.
And overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first.
Yep, working on it. We'll get there. Have patience, Protoss. Okay, let's also put up a cannon right about... I don't want to block this. So right about here. And we'll call that good for cannons. And then we'll just put up probably a trio of batteries to protect this. Something kind of like this. I mean, I would love to put it over here. I think we still have a route through over here. Oh, we have a route through right here. Okay. That works. Okay, only 1 more probe. Yep, that's actually perfect. We're going to go ahead and deploy a pylon. And we're going to increase our number of DTs. Our defenses are online now, and I think that should be plenty, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and start chrono boosting this forge. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to hold. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will go after our rescue bays? I forget what they called them. We'll go after the objective. See you all then.